these two guys, what are their backgrounds? They're great wrestlers. So what? Like, it doesn't, bro, when there's nothing personal involved, bro, what are we looking at? Who's the best fake wrestler?
What's going on, everybody? This is Dr. Chris Featherstone here with Vince Russo for another episode of Writing with Russo. Vince Russo, how are you, my brother?
What is going on, Doctor? How are you, my friend?
I'm healing up from my back procedure, man. Healing up.
You feeling a little better?
Tad, still really sore. Said give a little time to kick in as far as the purpose for the procedure, and they said it's going to be sore. I mean, they put needles about that big.
That's crazy.
Through all my muscles and to my nerves, and so it was probably about a half a dozen of them. So, yeah. So sore, but taking it one day at a time. I mean, appreciate you asking. All right, let's talk about something that will probably be worse than my back procedure of getting big needles down my back, through my back, would be AEW talk, ladies and gentlemen. So without further ado, let's talk about Omega versus Okada has been made official for All in Texas for the new AEW Unified Championship on the line. Is this a big enough topic of interest for casual fans? Shout out to Riju for knowing the audience that he's giving these prompts for, and then twisting it, turning it in a way that would make it very talkative subject.
I'm glad you shouted out Raju, because I was just about to bury him. Like, really, Raju, you really think I'm gonna sit here and talk about Kenny Omega versus Okada? You really think that's what Vince Russo is gonna discuss? Seriously.
Well, shout out to Riju for prompting it in a way that is a good way to become a topic of discussion. That is a very interesting question. Is this a big enough topic,
bro,
to draw the interest of casual?
It's not interesting at all. Not one casual fan knows who Okada is, and those that know who Kenny Omega is don't care about him. So the answer, Raju, is a big fat no, bro.
Oh man, yeah. It's interesting, man. I don't know if any casual that's is familiar with either of them. I'm not quite sure. People usually don't walk around and talk about Kenny Omega versus Kazuchika Okada, that it's so match driven. Now, granted, I watched the Wrestle Kingdom matches. They were very good matches in Japan, but at the same time, when you see like a Kazuchika Okada versus Kenny Omega, and you see like a Brian Pillman versus Steve Austin, what do you think the contrast is, in your opinion?
Well, the contrast is, I think, when you look at Pillman and Austin, like there were backgrounds that were so character driven. Sure. I mean, bro, what these two guys, what are their backgrounds? They're great wrestlers. So what? Like, it doesn't, bro, when there's nothing personal involved, bro, what are we looking at? Who's the best fake wrestler? Like, really, this isn't even real, guys. You got to remember, if this were real and they were having a match, okay, and we want to look at it like Ali and Frazier, fine. This is not freaking real. It's predetermined. They already know who's going to win and who's going to lose. So outside of the fact that they're great workers and great wrestlers, the fact that there's nothing personal and they don't have characters, to get back to Raju's question, that's why no casual fan is going to care about it, bro.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I do think that there's for the fans who watch wrestling, there's an appreciation of the sport of wrestling as far as the athleticism. But here's my thing, though. Going back to psychology, here's my thing. If I'm not mistaken, that got 7 stars by Meltzer, right? It was a 7-star match. I believe it was a 7-star match. They had a series of matches. There you go. There you go. But that's the thing when it comes to the insatiability of the pro wrestling fans and now even the pro wrestlers. What does this even mean? It was a 7-star match. He broke the ceiling of a 5-star to get to 7 stars.
I got what it means. Hold on, I got what it means.
What does it mean?
I got Dave Meltzer himself is going to tell you what it means.
Oh wow, you got okay. Come on,
go ahead, Dave. Go ahead.
I don't anticipate ever giving another match 7 stars, but if I do, then it'll be a wonderful thing for wrestling.
There you go.
And that's exactly what we're going to see with those 2 matches. Yes.
And it'll be and see that's the thing. Think about this. It will be a wonderful thing for wrestling. Why? Because Dave Meltzer gave his opinion on a wrestling match, and that will be a wonderful thing for wrestling.
Of course, Vince. Of course.
Bro, on my show this morning, I had to play this for Al. You know, I did Lions, Tigers, Bears, and Head with Al. I had to play back. Bro, did you ever see the clip when Meltzer had Ole Anderson on his show?
No.
Oh, Chris, go watch. Ole rips him to shreds.
Really?
Bro. Oh, it is unfreaking believable. If you guys didn't see, man, check it out on YouTube. It's so entertaining.
I'm gonna have to check that out. Yeah. I mean, what's better than 7 stars in a 5-star rating system? You know what I mean? So that's essentially what we're aiming for, and that's essentially what the pro wrestling marks are going to get excited about. They're going to be like, well, if the other match got 7 stars, this one's going to get 8. And you know what's going to be funny? You're going to have the marks that are so, glasses down, that extra, very, very pedantic, so to speak. And it's one of those things that you're going to have those type of people that's going to be in the comments or make those comments of, well, actually, the best match that they had was 6.75 stars. You know what I mean? So you're going to have those people who are like, okay, well, this one's going to be 7 stars. If I'm not mistaken, I think that one had 7 stars. But even if it did have 7 stars, that's the peak of it, man. How can you peak it?
I'm just curious. How old are these 2 guys?
40s, I believe. We're close to it. Okada's a little younger, I think. And Kenny is a little older. Okada is. Omega's early 40s, maybe 40, 41. Okada's maybe 35, 36, somewhere around there.
Omega was born in 83. So what that makes him.
Omega was?
Yeah, 42.
Oh, so he's 42. There you go.
He's 42, yeah. Let's see how old Okada is. Okada is, let's see. I probably don't even know how to spell the dude's name.
Let's see.
Okay, Okada was born in 87.
Okay, so he's 38.
Yeah.
38 and 42. Okay,
yeah,
there you go. Yeah. Yep. Well, they'll be having 5-star matches or 8-star matches. So get ready for an 8-star match at All In, ladies and gentlemen. So for those who are excited about the 7-star match that you saw before, it's going to be an 8-star banger, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely, get ready for it.